Hello, today I'm going to talk about another important topic which I know we're all aware of. We've heard about it before, but it's just to be able to shed more light into the deep roots and the effects of what it can do. We all have our experiences as adults, even the children have experiences where they've had to deal with it, and so it's important that we are able to go into it and understand deeper the effects in our lives. So the topic is going to be unforgiveness, how it affects our lives. How can you overcome unforgiveness? And what are the benefits? So these are the things that will be discussed extensively. And I hope as you watch, it helps you to identify areas in your life where there may be unforgiveness. It's very important that we all forgive. And I hope this video is the right video for you to watch. Thank you. Unforgiveness is something that people hold on to. When a wrong is done to someone, the person may find it difficult to forgive whoever hurts such person. And then the person leaves it to linger on, and it goes on, and then it develops to unforgiveness. We all have a tendency to not forgive people who really hurt us. And that's why it's good that we examine this carefully. There are a lot of consequences when we do not forgive. You can be hurt by different people, from our parents, our friends, our colleagues, to our country. There are people who may be hurt by the way Nigeria is today, and we don't want to give Nigeria a chance in their hearts again because they've been disappointed over and over again. Unforgiveness can happen in different ways. And we need to be able to look closely at ourselves to be able to understand if that applies in our lives. There are a lot of things that can be done by people that will make us not to want to forgive. But unforgiveness is a trap. That circle. Unforgiveness. The other person who hurts you may be happy, but because you have refused to let that person go, you have a lot of emotions hidden, a lot of pain hidden, which ought not to be so. Everyone above the age of 10, and I believe everyone above the age of 10 will have been offended by someone. And so that feeling of whether to forgive or not to forgive may have arisen. And so the choice to make is very important. With unforgiveness, it's pain we're accepting. When we do not forgive, we're accepting pain in our lives. It should be outside our lives. And so I'm going to be letting us know how we can overcome unforgiveness. When you are unforgiving, you should always know that you have put a chain in your life. You've caged yourself. How we can overcome unforgiveness. The first point, the person who you are offended at or you refuse to forgive is doing his own business. He is living his life or a life happy, and you are living in a cage. You are living in pain. Is it worth it? Even if you don't punish someone, is that the right way to punish someone? No. You are punishing yourself in that way. The second step to take, you have to decide that you will not be bound by a chains of unforgiveness. You discover that you are the one who is actually bound when you are unforgiving. So now, how can you break from that boundary, that limitation, that cage? It's by deciding to be free from it. You have to decide in your mind that you cannot be in this cage anymore. You cannot be suffering for the wrong of another person. You can't. And so you're going to decide to let that person go. The third and very important step, you have to pray about it. When you see that indeed you have someone that you've kept in a place of bitterness, in a place of unforgiveness, you have to decide to let that person go. And you have to discuss that with God. Let God help you. God wants us to be close to Him, and He will let you know His secrets. And one of His secrets, which we should know as Christians, is that He's a God of forgiveness. He forgives us over and over again. And so the best counselor at that point is God. Just go to God and let him know your pains. Let him know how grieved you are. Confess everything. Confess the pain, the hurt, how you feel, and let him help you deal with it. Let him help you deal with it. You need to commit it to God for God to help you. Without God, it will all be in vain. The fourth point is that now you've prayed, you have to decide to love that person. I've discussed this before. Love is a decision. Don't think love is a feeling that just comes. If you leave love to feelings, you may never forgive some people because your feelings won't change. So you need to be intentional about allowing love to be a decision. Let it be that you decide that you're going to love this person. Whether you feel like it or not, you're going to love that person. You're going to go greet the person. You're going to buy a gift for the person, whether you feel like it or not. You focus on loving that person. God told us to love is a command from the Bible. And in that process, while loving that person, it's easier to forgive. It's easier to let go. It's easier to reconcile. So you have to love that person. You have to decide to love the person. The fifth point, let the person know about it. As much as you decide to love the person, which is good, if you can, let the person know about it. Let the person know about the fact that you're forgiving the person, that the person did the wrong to you and it hurts you, but you decide to forgive the person. Let the person also appreciate what you have done. Whether he acts in the manner you expect, or he acts, or she acts in a manner that they ought not to act, that should not concern you. The main thing is let the person just know. So it's very important that you are able to do this. The sixth point, you have to gain more knowledge about forgiveness. I always emphasize the fact that we need to gain more knowledge. Life is evolving. Life, you learn every day in life. So you cannot just stay with one information and think that will take you through life. You need to either improve on that information or you get on that information. Because that's dynamics of life. If you stay at one position, you'll go back. So you have to keep moving and moving. So you need to keep learning. Some people may find it easier to forgive than other people. So you need to learn more about yourself. Learn more on how you can forgive. It's very important that you take this into consideration. In Galatians, you look at 5:20, emphasizing that unforgiveness is a fruit of the flesh. In 20, the fruits of the flesh: idolatry, sorcery, hatred, contentions, jealousies, outbursts of wrath, selfish ambitions, dissensions, heresies. 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness. In 20, you can see that hatred is a fruit of the flesh. And unforgiveness and hatred are like this. One. They are one. When you are unforgiving to someone, you decide to hit a part of that person or the person himself. Contentions are also there. Jealousies. When you are unforgiving, you are displaying the fruit of the flesh. And the fruit of the flesh cannot abide with the fruit of God. You have to either choose to either be in the flesh or to be in God. So, you see us be a Christian, look at yourself. Are you living in unforgiveness or are you living in forgiveness? Are you living in hatred or are you living in love? In everything you do, consider this. Are you unforgiving? Are you bitter? The fruit of the Spirit, love. That's number one. You have to love. Love will cover a lot of things, including unforgiveness. Just love. Love will bring joy. You'll be kind. You'll live a happy life. So I hope with this, you are able to consider and see that unforgiveness is actually a disease that is killing. But with forgiveness, with love, you can overcome it. There's still one more point. I'm also going to go into the benefits of unforgiveness in the next video. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it has blessed you. Have a lovely evening. Bye.